Hi everyone, greetings from National Skills Network. This is Madhuri, and today we are discussing something very interesting about a certain qualification and a course that's called BTEC. But this short form of BTEC is very different from the Bachelor of Technology that we all know in India. To know more about this, let's meet Mr. Baljit Singh, who is the Deputy General Manager in Workforce Skills Division at Pearson India. Some of you might be aware of what Pearson does, but I think it's time for us to know more about their contribution and their efforts in skilling and vocational education in India. So let me get started by asking Baljit about their recent partnership with NSDC and how you're planning to promote BTEC. By the way, BTEC stands for Business Technology and Education Council, right?
So thank you for clarifying. I think there is this BTEC term which is normally used in Indian context for Bachelor of Technology. Yeah. So every time we try and pitch and promote this BTEC solution, I think we've got to give that disclaimer that this BTEC is not to be confused with Bachelor of Technology, but this is a holistic suite of offering, which are basically a suite of applied general qualifications co-created with industry academia and sector skill councils of UK. And these are used by millions of learners every single year across different levels of learning. So coming down to your core question around how do we look at this association with NSDC International and what is it that we want to collectively achieve? I think while these qualifications are constantly creating clear route for these young learners to start studying here in India and then find a clear progression to international university, which is well aligned to the global mobility mandate of NSDC International and Government of India's vision. I think that is going to be the ultimate objective. But at the same time, while NSDC is the overarching body for the entire skilling ecosystem, we definitely would want to make use of, or rather find access to their entire network of training providers, their training centers, to try and see how we can support them while offering something which is a suite of qualification which is very international in nature, which is globally recognized also.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I think with this now the visibility for BTEC is really huge, and then it would be really probably an incredible journey for you to promote this and go ahead and create awareness among youth and also those who are employed. So what are these BTEC qualifications? Maybe you can explain to us a bit, because as you know, in India, even qualification like NSQF, National Skills Qualifications, at that level are also not very well known. We are in the process of creating a lot of awareness. So maybe you can tell us a bit more about how you have defined it and how exactly it works.
So, right, as I've started to speak, so BTEC is it's a unique suite of qualification which is co-created with industry academia. And it's a unique pedagogical design also, wherein learner gets to work on real-time hands-on scenarios in order to understand the core application of that particular skill what they have studied in the classroom.
Okay.
Right. So in a normal scenario of BTEC delivery batch, a cohort will be further divided into smaller cohorts, and they'll be asked to go out in the world of work to do a research around application of a given aspect around the skilling opportunity, and they'll try and understand the core application of that particular skill in the world of work. They'll bring their report back into class. Faculty will help them, collate that entire information, and a final submission will be done in order to understand the actual application on a more holistic and the peripheral aspects of that particular qualification. As I'm constantly saying, these qualifications are co-created with industry academia. These are constantly, kept updated in line with market needs. So I think these qualifications are helping these young learners hone those, absolutely job relevant skills, which they may want to use as and when they'll hop off from their, learning to the job scenarios.
Yeah, so this is, as you said, it is benchmarked with industry standards at the international level. Correct. So it will help people in global mobility as well, as you already said. Now, exactly how does it work? Like, how does one enroll for this? And what are the industry sectors, which are available for, let's say, people in India if they want to enroll and get qualified and, pursue their careers?
Sure. So we have these qualifications available from level 1 all the way till level 7. While I speak of these levels, these are off-calls levels, which are off-call is Office of Qualification and Regulation in UK. Level 1 here is considered equivalent to 9th and 10th standard. So a learner who would want to sign up for level 3 qualification must have studied 10th standard or O levels before coming on board. Similarly, a learner wanting to sign up for level 4 or 5 must have completed their A levels or 12th standard. In terms of subject areas, in terms of our offering, I think we have about 18 subject areas within which our qualifications are available, ranging from business management to 22 specializations within engineering offering. Then we have cloud computing, IT, digital technologies. Then we have our offering in not so conventional segments like creative media, around performing arts, around music, and moving from the not so conventional to more futuristic solutions like esports and other sectors. So it's a holistic pool of offering. But talking about Indian context, our major enrollments and learners are constantly signing up for courses in business management and engineering and art and design and hospitality as of now.
Okay, so when you mentioned business management and others, in India, as you know, we have this academic stream and the vocational or the skill-based courses, and there is a huge difference in the way we perceive, as you know, like there is also a social issue involved there, and the kind of importance we attach. So when you say business management from your side, from the BTech angle, how does it become career-oriented or vocational or job-oriented?
So business management, I mean, while the pedagogical design is such that the learning is going to be, supporting these learners to understand the core application of that particular, skill, right? That's being one. And within our business management offering, there are multiple specializations available. So a learner, depending on their interest, can pick up maybe marketing or maybe human resources or maybe finance and quants. So I think with these selective specialized options, learner will get to develop skill in the area of their interest, and then the smooth progressions to various different countries in international campuses is going to enable them convert these diplomas into international degrees, by means of which they'll be able to convert their, rather find linkage within the world of work and take up, more core jobs alongside their domain of study.
Okay, so this is like a blended course, is it, for the students?
No. So as I'm constantly saying that this is a unique pedagogical design wherein learner gets to work on a lot of hands-on bit. So majority of our qualifications are delivered in face-to-face manner, wherein they come and they attend a session in a face-to-face manner, and there are going to be a lot of proctored sessions. But some of these qualifications are available in blended model, which includes computing and business management, wherein learner gets to complete 50% of the qualification, which is about 8 units over 2 years in the online mode.
Okay, that's interesting. And you also mentioned there are some unconventional courses. Probably this would also interest a set of young people who might want to try it out. I would also like to know from you, since you've been in the skilling and vocational ecosystem for a very long time, how do you see the progress that we have made over the last few years? What is the kind of future? Because earlier it was like skill development as in short-term training, and then there were ITIs, and everything is kind of, not so organized. But now we are trying to see how we can integrate these two with the new education policy being implemented. So what are your views on this?
Absolutely. So I think National Education Policy of 2020 has given us all a clear sight around that we will have to include vocational into our mainstream academics delivery in order to better the employability quotient, in order to prepare our workforce for, a smooth linkage with the world of work. So I think these are clear indicators, and the more we'll stay aligned to the market changes, the industry developments, I think it is going to create a better and well-informed workforce. Those who will come out of the mainstream academics and join these, join the world of work in time to come. So I think National Education Policy of 2020 is a clear indicator. And thanks to all the great work done by NSDC and other players in promoting these vocational qualifications. But I think gradually we'll have to start thinking more from the ecosystem standpoint. We have seen Initially, we've started with only 12 weeks kind of training. Gradually, bachelor's of vocational programs were also introduced, right?
Yeah.
Slowly, all these young learners are signing up for various international skill-centric programs in order to get global mobility, worked out for them. So I think that shift is quite evident. It's just that we'll have to stay invested and keep supporting this initiative.
Yeah, definitely. And we have also seen that from NSN because we have been tracking this entire, evolution, I would say, of vocational education and training in the new format that we get to see today. So before we close this conversation, I would like to know from you about how you're planning to, share more information, create more awareness about BTEC qualifications. And is there something like you are expecting few organizations to partner you? If so, you can also share a little more, requirements and things, because our audience might be interested in getting back to you.
Great. So I think when we initially started BTEC operation here in India, we were only reaching out to partnering universities, training providers, centers. But now we have slightly changed our approach. So we are now reaching out to more of strategic customers, wherein we can pick up some discussion around a particular domain. So we have recently started a new association with Apollo MedSkills also, which is going to help us drive upskilling provisions for existing healthcare professionals for driving linkage with the global opportunities. So I think on similar lines, we are constantly working on, reaching out to different sectors. And for us, over the next 2 years, our key focus sectors are healthcare, digitech, and e-mobility, because that's where we see a lot of, manpower requirement coming up in time to come. So, right, we are very much ready with the solutions. It's just that we've got to identify the right kind of partner to start deploying those qualifications and take it on from there. While to promote BTECs further, I think we have taken the first right step while signing up with NSDC International, because they have a huge pool of training providers. They have clear access to the regulatory frame, the formal education ecosystem also. So yeah, we are leaning on NSDC to help us, drive that particular agenda so that we can make these qualifications available for a larger pool of learners here in India, so that they get enabled in line with the global skill requirements, while these learners will start to look towards, the more developed, more evolved countries.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds very promising for the entire, vocational education, I would say, in future. So thank you so much. And I really wish you all the best. And we really look forward to getting updates from you and sharing it through our platform as well, and be of help to you in whatever way we can to spread the word about BTEC.
Thank you so very much for featuring me in this new edition.
Thank you.
I'll keep you updated on all the developments being undertaken. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Bye.